What we have seen in maze, in the maze we have seen this. This is just like the, you know, the mosquito net, just like, and you can keep the finger inside and keeping up. Your finger is pulling up. So this is just like. In case of the surf, you have the field. All such mazes are filled. This is, you can find the filled one. So all these areas are filled. So if you go for the surf plot, then you will have the field area. So the grid will be the field. And remaining things are same. Remaining thing are same means what? You have to create the x and y value with the help of the mass grid for the range. Here it is given some range -4 to 4, -4 to 4, and increment is 0.2. And this is for the x range and y range same. And this is the z value you are going to compute. We have seen earlier. And now here this is the command for the surf plot. This is the surf x, y, z. Again, z will denote the z will also denoting the color. So accordingly, you will have the field color. Okay. Otherwise, you can specify also. There is no issue. You can specify here also. So if you are not specifying, then z will denote the color. And again, the title in the bold face, you are writing the surf 3D. X level is x, y level is y, z level is z. That's why. And you will go and you see the situation. This is the surf. This is the output of the surf. Grid is filled and color is according to the z value. Color is proportional to the z values, whatever you have. So sometimes you may, if you are interested, you can have this kind of plot. Okay. You can also go for the contour plot. There is no issue. So you have the mass grid, same mass grid you are getting, and z value you are getting this. And for plotting the contour means, you know, the contour plots. Actually, generally you are plotting the equal heights point. So you know that, okay, some point, these points may be some equal heights, some points may be equal heights, like this kind of contour plot you can say. So this you can also plot. The function is contour z, and contour z is this. And now see that I have specified this is the one variable which is the z, and which is the function of what? X and y, function of x and y. So here you have the z value, which is the function of x and y. So here x and y you are going to use, and you are going to create the z value, and you are using the contour z for plotting the contour. So you will see remaining things are same: title, level, x level, y level, and z level. Only the thing is that you are using the contour. So you are going to plot the contour. So you have situation like this. So you will have the graph like this. So you know that in the top you have the red color, then you bottom you see the blue colors, like the things. So the points are plotted. If you see that from the top, just like, and the points of the equal heights, you have the plotted. Now both you can combine also, contour and surf plot. So this is just like the surf. You have the field grid, and you can combine surf and contour. So this is corresponds to this. This is the contour for x, y, z, and this is the surf for x, y, z. So you have the surf x, y, z. You are getting the surf, and then you are getting the contour like this. Okay, for this. Sometimes see, sometimes these are very important. Once you are going to do some research work, then you will find this kind of things is very important. Like this is the plane. This can refer some kind of plane, and if you are interested for some optimum value, that maximum or minimum, then you actually try to find out whether you can reach this value or not. Okay, so you can try to find that whether this is the maximum height. So your learning algorithm should reach one by one It should, if it is here, then it says that okay, we are going to in the height, we are going in the height. So you can select the point, you can select the number of points, like this point you can consider, this point you can consider, this point you can consider, and this point is better because it is going to up. So you are going to make, because you are interested with the maximum value, so you are going up. So that's why you can go for this. Sometimes you are interested with the minimum value, and hence you are interested to know whether this is the whether it is the local minimum, just like this is the local minimum and this is the global minimum you can find. So this kind of graph are helpful on seeing the plateau where you are going, where you are interested for finding the global maximum or global minimum, and accordingly you have to keep the learning rate so that your learning rate should be as small so that you can go to the minimum. Otherwise, if you keep the learning rate high, then this is the just like the you are throwing the ball, and you are throwing the ball, and if you if you make some force in the ball speedy, then ball may jump and it may go to somewhere else. So that's why the same analogy can be used in the learning rate. You will learn more once you go for your research work, but here this is the importance of the graph. Surf is used like this for seeing that what is the scenario where you are going to search for the global maximum or global minimum. So surf C, you can surf and see. So both you can find surf and see. Now you can combine. Here you have the surf in different graph, and this is in the different graph. So if you can combine, then we have the function for surf C. And these peaks, this is also used for creating the x and y. So in addition to x and y, actually peaks is also going to create the z value. So you can say that you don't require to create the peaks in other z value differently. So how peaks is going to work? Peaks is a function of two variables obtained by translating and scaling Gaussian distributions, which is helpful for demonstrating mesh, surf, contour, and so on. So if you want to know the technical more details about the Gaussian distribution, you can read yourself. But for the time being, you should just remember that this peak function is also going to return the two matrix x and y, and it is also going to return the matrix z. So two dimension x, two dimension y, and two dimension z. So these peaks can also be used. So peaks n returns the n by n matrix. So x, y, z is also x, y is also n by n matrix, y is also n by n matrix, and z is also n by. So peaks returns two additional matrix x and y in addition to z. So in addition to z, it is also going to output the two matrix x and y. That's why this is the assignment. Now see, you can use the peak, or you can use earlier using the mesh grid. You can also create. There is no. Now the question is, this is the surf C. You are going to combine surf command and contour, surf and C. So once you combine this, then you are getting the answer like this. So this is the surf, and this is the contour. Below this, you are going finding the contour. So this is the contour. In this graph, both are combined, surf as well as contour. So below this is the height, and it shows in the height, and below this the contour plot. Automatically it is going to adjust. So here you have the minimum value, here you have the maximum value, and accordingly you have the color specifications. Corresponds to this, you will have the color. Corresponds to this, you will have the color. So okay, sometimes you may be interested to combine both surf and contour, so you can do like this. Only for combining, you just add the letter C, surf and C. That's it. Now mesh and C also you can do. Like you can say mesh C XYZ without filling the grid. You can have the mesh and C. You can also combine. So surf C, mesh C, you can have. This is the mesh C. So we are now in conclusion. So Almost all 2D plotting commands such as X level, Y level, title will still work in the 3D plots. So you have to remember this. Here also you can go for the subplots. In the one subgrid you can construct the 3D plot. There is no issue. So 3D plots you can also construct in that. 3D plots can be added as a subplots just like any other plot type. So you can have the grids 2 by 2 grid. Here you can have the 2D plot. Here you can have the 3D plot. There is no issue. You have to give the command. Here you can also have the 3D, whatever you can. You can everything 3D, every time 3D, whatever. There are a variety of 2D and 3D plots. So what you need to do, you should take the MATLAB help to learn them for solving your problem. So like other 2D plots are also the bar graph. You can see there are bar graph. You create the bar graph. Then there are some also 2D plots like the stem. You have the stem like this. You can see the magnitude only, like the things. So according to your research work, you can also learn all this with the help of the. If you just DOC for taking the help, you can just help, or you can say DOC documentation of the particular graph you want. You maybe go for the bar, or you can go for the stem plotting. So with the help of the MATLAB facilities, you can help facilities in the MATLAB. You can learn more commands.